fans, and welcome to LR4, episode 48. And this episode's entitled Wishing on a Purple Energem. You will understand that reference in a sec. But first, let me introduce you to my co-host, not co-hosts, because there's not that many people on here tonight. I want to introduce you to the friendly Predator Ranger, Derek.
I'm the only one here, so I win.
That's actually good. I win! Why? Because I'm here?
Mine.
Yeah. So how was your Thanksgiving, Derek?
It was great. It was stress-free. A lot of family, a lot of laughing and eating.
Nice.
Good times, the way it should be.
Did you avoid going out on Thanksgiving for Black Friday or Black Thursday?
Oh, there's no way in hell I'm leaving the fucking apartment on. No. Nope.
You're like, I'm good.
I went and saw family, and then I did no shopping until Friday morning when things went to the internet.
Oh, so you only shopped on the internet. That's smart, actually.
Oh, yeah, I'm not dealing with those goddamn crowds. I would murder somebody.
You'd have your body armor and your knife ready.
Oh, that'd be it. I would just be punching people left and right.
My TV!
I didn't want this shit. I just want these people away from me. Stop crowding me, assholes.
Yeah, I'm claustrophobic, bitch. Get the fuck away from me.
Right?
Excuse the language, everybody. But anyway, next thing we're going to do on this list, instead of doing Legendary Ranger Pick of the Week, because, you know, like I said, I was thinking about possibly doing one, but since, you know, it's getting to the end of this year, I figured, you know, we'll end it just for this year and then start back up when we come back from, you know, our break for our next season, season 4. But this month's admin of the month is, let me pull up the picture here. Well, first off, let me freaking put it in preview so I can freaking do it. So prepared, everybody. That's just me. Nate, the prepared person. Forgot to put the preview thing up. But yeah, let's see. Hold on. Come on. Epic fail on my part. This is so much fun, isn't it, Derek?
I'm just going to sit here and let you blow in the wind.
Okay. Oh, thanks. Thanks for letting me freaking hang here, buddy.
I'm very supportive that way.
Our admin of the month is our residential Silver Ranger from Team 2, Samantha Chic, or as you guys know her on her cosplay page, Silver Harley Arfix. Arfix? I'm really going to get... yeah, thank you. Yeah, you said it right, I think. I would literally get my ass torn up if I fucked up her name. But Samantha, congratulations. This picture will be posted on the 1st of December. And, you know, the reason I picked her as our admin of the month because she has shown up for a good amount of episodes, and she's done a great job with her Sentai Ranger Corner. And she's just an awesome person. And, you know, she's one of our LR4 fan favorites. Earlier this month was Sonia, our other fan favorite. As you all know her as the Selfie Ranger. So what do you think of this pick of our admin of the month, Derek?
That's great. I'm very proud of our squeakiest ranger.
Squeakiest ranger. Oh my god. Okay. So apparently now she's our squeakiest ranger.
Well, she does get a bit high-pitched occasionally.
Yeah, but she's adorable. We all love.
She's excitable. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Very high energy.
Yeah, and Samantha, congratulations. We're looking forward to seeing you at Power MorphCon next year. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially with this random crew we have going on here.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a mess.
Oh yeah, but hey, that's the good part of it. Nothing's wrong with being a big mess. So anyway, so let's see. Next topic. It's going to be one short webcast tonight because there's only 2 of us.
I still managed to squeeze in a lot of fuck words.
Yeah. Okay. Also, if you guys haven't caught our interview for Allison Kipperman, or as her she goes by Allison Sullivan now because she's married. She's off the market, people. He put a ring on it. Not Derek. Somebody else put a ring on it.
Let me dream, damn it.
But yeah, Amanda was a part of that interview. Amanda, I really do. If you're watching this, Amanda, thank you for being a part of that interview. You've done a great job with that. So guys, check that out on our. We have the video under the notes. It'll be under interviews. Check it out. It's called Soaring Eagle. It's a really cool interview. We had a lot of fun doing it. So now we're going to talk about David Yost's rejected MMPR episode. Now, Ranger Crew posted something about this on their page, which was talked about at this. I can't remember. They found it. I can't remember where they found this, but I know that apparently some fan asked if because it was Karen Ashley and him were there, and a fan asked them if they were to write their own episode, what would it be? Okay, wait, here it is. All right, David Yost. Okay, let me read this off. David Yost and Karen Ashley held a seminar in Burbank and Barsbane. Does that sound? I think I said that wrong. Today, during the talk, an audience member asked David and Karen if they could write an episode of Power Rangers, what would it entail? And David actually mentioned that he had already written an episode of Mighty Morphin, but the producers decided it was too dark for the show. I'm quickly paraphrasing from reading of the talk, but the episode went like this. David wanted to explore the fact that Billy doesn't have a mother in the show, assuming that she had passed away when Billy was younger. In the episode, David envisioned a monster that could take the form of anything it desired. Its chosen form would be that of Billy's mother. Billy is left shaken up after seeing his mom numerous times in the episode. Eventually, he discovers that it was one of Lord Zed's monsters and decides he wants to go take out Lord Zed. The other Rangers and Zordon discourage Billy from going to fight Lord Zed, but Billy sneaks away to confront him. Eventually, Billy is overwhelmed in the fight, and the other Rangers have to come to his rescue. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what the episode would have been about. Like, Billy, because I mean, if you guys remember in the Parents' Day episode, it was only his father that showed up, and he never had a mother so they never explained why he didn't have a mother. He only had a father. So that I would have liked to see that. I would have liked to see how that episode would have turned out. That would have been a really good episode. Hey, hold on. Oh, excuse me.
Shut the hell up. We're trying to do a webcast here.
But I think it would have been a great episode with, David Yost, writing the episode. I mean, yeah, I can understand. I mean, maybe it sounded a little too dark, but not too much. I mean, it would have been a great episode. I don't know. What do you think by what I just read, Derek?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds dark as bejesus, but I think it would have resonated with a lot of kids out there that have, lost a parent. It's something that the show could have tackled in a pretty good way, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, think about it, because, I mean, let's put this fact. I mean, they never ever like one character they didn't explain in the season really about who was Tommy's adopted parents. Because we later find out that he was actually adopted, and they mentioned he was adopted in Zeo, apparently, and then it was like, because we didn't realize that. I mean, we knew who Kimberly's parents were. They were divorced, and her dad married. Her mom married a guy from France, and then all that. We got to see a lot of the other actors, the other characters' parents, but then later on, we didn't see anybody else's parents. It's like, it doesn't matter. I mean, the Rangers never really go home anyway. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen them go home? Maybe.
I mean, up until this point, it's not something I had ever even thought about, but I think they could have done a pretty good job of incorporating that into the show.
Well, actually, no, I take that back. Catherine lived with Aisha at the time. because her family was still in Australia, and I think she lived with Aisha and her lived together.
That's true.
So yeah, that makes. But it's Power Ranger logic. What can you say? But that would have been a good episode, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to the point you don't even think about their parents. You're so focused on the characters themselves. Yeah, parents are there somewhere. But if they're not, then that's something that they could have thrown out there and really had a connection with some of the kids who may have lost a parent.
Oh yeah, I mean, back then, it didn't really matter because they were just wanting to pay attention to the characters itself, and then want to pay attention to why are they leaving, why are they skipping out on class,
Yeah, I guess we didn't want to get into the parents bitching at the Rangers for their attendance record.
And the funny thing is, they graduate in Turbo. How? That makes you kind of wonder. They finally graduate in Turbo, but yet you think to yourselves, don't they realize how many freaking, how many classes they missed during the attack on the city? I guess they really didn't pay attention to that.
It's a very lenient school.
Yeah. Could you imagine that they were like trying to take attendance? Okay, who's here? Tommy? Kimberly? What?
I think the principal was too busy making googly eyes at Mrs. Appleby. Miss Appleby.
Yeah. Well, even there was an episode in Zia where she had where not only did Mr. Kaplan and Mr. Kaplan also we knew that, but in that episode of Zio, no, it wasn't Zio, was it? It was Mighty Morphin. They put a love spell on Kimberly, falling in love with Skull, and Bulk fell in love with Aisha, and then Mrs. Appleby was in between a love triangle between Principal Kaplan and Lieutenant Stone. So if you guys remember that episode, that was a funny episode because they were.
I'm sure there's a fanfic out there somewhere where all three of them plow.
Oh dear God. Probably. Gotta love the fandom.
Do you?
No, not really.
No, the fandom scares the shit out of me.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, you know what?
We're some fucked up people.
Well, hey, when they get older, it's bound to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, when I get older, I want to stop thinking about what happens between the sheets of the principal and the teacher of Power Rangers.
Yeah. I mean, Royce, what's her last name?
Who?
Royce, the actress that plays Miss Appleby. Her last name's Harridan?
Hendren? Something like
Hendren.
that.
Sorry, Royce, for butchering your last name. But we always know you as Miss Appleby, which might get annoying after a while. But hey, you know what? It's all good.
As long as we remember her, I'm sure she's thrilled.
Yep. Let's see. So the next topic we're going to talk about, an image from Instagram popped up of the Power Rangers movie 2017 script on Instagram. If you guys have seen that, of course it was taken down because, once somebody posts it, it's going to get taken out if it's a legitimate thing. So this was legit. So let me show you the image here. I'm not going to share it because I'm going to show it right here. Here's the image that was shown on Instagram on No Pink Spandex. You see it?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. You see that it says Lionsgate, Power Rangers, and I'm guessing this is the script that the cast, and I don't know who's holding it, but so yeah, it looks like they have the script ready, and I think they're supposed to, originally they were going to film in January, but I think they're going to start filming in February next year. So from February to April. So that's going to be really good. I mean, heck, I'm surprised, how fast, well, not fast, but I'm glad that, they started, when they announced that they were going to push it back to 2017, that kind of worried us a little bit. It's like, well, are they not really prepared for this yet? You know what I mean? Derek, let me ask you this. What did you think when you heard the news that they pushed it back from 2016 to 2017?
I'm still not entirely convinced that they're prepared.
Oh, okay.
All these, I don't know. I've seen the pictures, the actors. I don't know anything about these people, but hopefully there are some behind-the-scenes folks that know what the fuck is up.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, you gotta think to yourself though that they don't want to, I mean, they want to give us a little bit, but not too much. They
Right.
don't. They want to keep a lot of things under wraps, so we'll be surprised.
Oh
But
yeah, I definitely don't want them to reveal too much too early.
yeah, I mean, we know who the actors are going to be, who these actors are, and we know that it's going to be a reboot, and we know they're going to start filming next year. So that's always a good sign. And we know that Ranger Crew or a lot of other fans, because I mean, if it's going to be shooting, it's going to be shot in Vancouver, Canada, in Vancouver. So there's Power Ranger fans there, so they're going to be probably taking pictures and everything. So we'll be seeing a lot of behind the scenes look of the movie.
I pretty much stopped giving a fuck at the word reboot.
Yeah. But it's not that I mean, it's not a bad idea to reboot it, you know what I mean? If you think about it.
It's just so unnecessary.
Well, I mean, I can understand what you mean. I mean, yeah, but you got to think to yourself. I mean, at least they're not trying to really go far and say, "Oh, well, we're rebooting it and we're just going to forget everything that happened in the beginning." They're retelling the story in a new way. I'm just happy we're getting a movie. You know what I mean?
I'm saying, for fuck's sake, you're going to make a new movie with a new cast and new everything. Use new names. It doesn't have to be the originals. Just make it fresh. Don't half fresh it.
Well, if you think about it, I mean, they've done so many. I mean, they're already rebooting Spider-Man.
That's a different situation, I think, because they
Well,
need to fit that into an existing universe.
all true, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to seeing a movie, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
looking.
check it out if I can, find some kids so I don't look creepy. Hey, can I borrow your kids so I can go see this Power Ranger movie and not look like a creeper? What do you mean that statement itself is creepy?
Find some kids. Well, that's just. Well, that's still not any. That still doesn't make it less creepy the way you're making it sound.
Yeah, but like I could borrow family members' kids or something, and I'm like, hey,
Why don't you just ask your friend to borrow? She has a son, right? Borrow her
yeah,
son or something.
I'm sure I can. Well, the phrase "borrow a child" just does not sound any less creepy.
No, it doesn't. Like, hey, I want to go see this. I want to go see the Power Ranger movie, but do you think your son want to go see it? Good. I'm gonna. Good. All right, we're gonna go see that.
Oh yeah, it can easily be worded less horribly, but that's
Yeah.
much less fun.
Yeah. Guys, he's proven more and more to be living up to the name Predator Ranger.
I just want to borrow a child. I don't want to like cook it and eat it. Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh, dude.
It's all right. Shit gets weird when I'm the only one here.
Why don't you just wear a shirt saying, "Hey, I'm a Predator Ranger. I'm the Predator Ranger. Like, can I borrow your kids?"
I don't know, because I don't want to get punched in the face by every father walking down the street.
No, dude, you wouldn't have to worry. I mean, I think I would worry about both parents because the women have the mace and the taser. The men just use their fist. So
I suppose the other issue is I don't want to borrow some random stranger's child because that it's just strange. I want to borrow an unknown child.
I mean, I'll tell you what. When the movie comes out, I'm gonna go see it. Whether it's I don't think my dad will want to sit through it with me, but I'm probably gonna go see it. Me and Rick will go see it or something. That's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, you know what? I grew up with the series. I mean, let me put it this way. How much you want to bet there's gonna be a mixture of new generation fans and old generation fans at this movie?
Oh yeah, I'm not actually concerned. It's just fun to complain about.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing it. I can't wait to see behind the scenes footage of it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the suits are going to look like, all that stuff. It's gonna be it's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So by the way, the how everything's going, when they have that script image, that tells you, well, they're starting to do some stuff. They got to read over the script and make sure they got everything right.
Well, Jesus Christ, I hope they're doing some stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean they've been I mean, they have been working on it. I mean, if they announced the cast this year alone, I mean, that means they're actually getting things prepared for next year.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They're professionals.
Yeah, I mean, at least I gotta tell you, at least I just want to mention this. At least we are getting announcements of the cast members. I mean, we probably won't get any announcements of who's going to be playing Zordon, Rita, Goldar, Alpha. I mean, they wanted to announce, the heroes themselves. We'll probably find out who plays Zordon next year, but they wanted to. But my guess is they were only going to announce the actors that are going to be playing the characters.
Now, announcing Zordon's actor, some guy you've never heard of, just like the rest of the cast. Awesome.
I mean, if they do, I mean, what they should do is actually, I mean, come on. You still have Kerrigan. I mean, not to say this is not, I mean, not to say that they're not going to do this. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but, I would really like if they brought back Kerrigan Mahan as Goldar's voice, Barbara Goodson as Rita, and David Fielding as Zordon. And let's not forget Richard Corvettes as Alpha 5.
Yeah, but if you're bringing back the old cast for all the voices and everything, then what's the point in calling it a reboot?
True. But at the same time, it will still, I mean, that's, or I don't know, put a cameo of them. I mean, it's going to be, just do something or other. But, we'll just wait and see what happens.
Yeah, you want to draw the line somewhere between just nostalgia and just rehashing the original.
True. But, I want to see, I mean, I would love the idea if they brought them back like that, But at this point, we don't know. All we know is the actors, who's going to be playing Jason, Kimberly, Zach, and Trini. Did I say Billy? I didn't say Billy, did I?
Nope.
Billy. Can't forget the Blue Ranger. So anyway, guys, there's that image. If you guys have seen it, it's been posted all over, No Pink Spandex, Morphin Legacies, Power Rangers movie 2017 Facebook page, and Ranger Crew. It's been posted everywhere, so just check it out. Enjoy what we can see right now. So anyway, moving on to the next topic. On Thanksgiving Day, we got some guest announcements for Lexington Comic and Toy Convention 2016. I'm going to go to their Facebook page right now and look at that. And I'll go ahead and tell you who's going to be. I already announced the other ones, but I'm going to let you know what other Power Ranger cast members are going to be there. First and foremost, Jason David Frank, he's going to be there next year. So, guys, if you're a big Jason David Frank fan and you want to meet him, he will be at Lexington Comic and Toy Convention in March next year. And the tickets are still available. You can still get them. Hopefully VIP is still available. And then another Power Ranger actress, movie actress, Gabriella Fitzpatrick, or as you know her as Dulcia. She will be there.
Bitchin'.
Yes. And it's funny how we were talking about David Yost, because David Yost is actually going to be at Lexington next year, too. He's been there plenty of times, which is awesome. I've talked to him plenty of times. He's a great guy. So he'll be there again next year. Guys, go to Lexington Comic. Go look on Facebook. Look up Lexington Comic and Toy Con, and they have the link to their website. And the tickets should still be going on sale. VIP still should be available, but make sure you guys get those right now, because the only way you can get VIP is through their website. And once they stop, they will have a cutoff date. I don't know when it is, but just keep an eye out for that. So yeah, I mean, by these guest announcements, Derek, I mean, I know you've never been to Lexington Comic and Toy Convention, but what do you think of the guest announcements that I just announced so far? Power Rangers.
Sounds like it's going to be a good time.
Oh, yeah.
It's always nice when you get an opportunity to meet the Rangers.
Yeah, I'm glad. I mean, it's cool that Jason A. Frank is going to be there again.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, Austin St. John going to be there? Highly unlikely. That would be, I mean, that would be very wishful thinking. Because I mean, not trying to put him down, I'm not doing that. But with the record of Jason A. Frank not being a fan of Austin St. John and all that, I don't see them actually being in the same room. You know what I mean? Same convention.
At this point, they've not appeared in the same convention together, so
at this point,
wouldn't assume they're about to start now.
I mean, I'm not hating on Jason David Frank. He has his opinions about Austin St. John. Austin St. John can give a care less about. He has no problem with Jason David Frank. He doesn't care. So I mean, I don't hate on Jason David Frank because he does a lot for his fans. He goes out of his way, coming to see the fans and all that stuff. And I don't really give a crap about I don't, like I said, I don't really bash other actors and all that stuff. I mean, Derek. I mean, you know what I mean, Derek, right?
Oh yeah, no, nobody gives a shit about the behind the scenes stuff. Just
yeah,
they're both good people. Let them deal with their own shit. Who cares?
Exactly. Now, what would be really cool for PMC if they announced that Amy Jo Johnson would be there? That would be awesome. I'm sorry, but that would be so cool.
That would be cool, and also a pipe dream.
I know. Hey, she went to RI Comic-Con. I mean, come on. That's a big shocker there. I mean, I'm surprised she even. I wasn't expecting her. I mean, she only did one convention at first. Well, kind of one convention. She did Lexington Comic and Toy Convention, then she did RI Comic-Con. So it makes you wonder, will it happen for PMC?
She seems to prefer the smaller events.
That's true. I don't blame her. But, if it does go down to if she does come to PMC next year, I will have to say, they could put her in her place. She could just show up for one day, and that would be fine. Do what David Yost did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and her fucking line will reach out the door.
Well, if you make sure you guys get your ticket ahead of time, then yeah, you'll be prepared. But I think it'll be a smart idea. If she does, I mean, I'm not hating on Amy Jo. I mean, I haven't met her in person. I mean, Amanda has. Lucky. But she seems. I mean, she has noticed her fans. For doing the Indiegogo, because I'm one of the people that help fund her crowdfund her Indiegogo campaign for that short film Lines is where I got my autographs and stuff. So, she recognizes them from that, and she really appreciates it. I know a lot of fans are like, oh, she's about money, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. It's like, you choose to pay. You know what I mean? You choose to donate money to it. Nobody's going to, she's not forcing you to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, she's using her face, what she's known for, and using that to fund what she is more passionate about.
Yeah, I mean, she's into that. I mean, she's not hating on Power Ranger fans.
I don't blame her for jumping at the opportunity. If people want to pay her to fund her new adventures, then go for it.
Yeah, I have no thing against that. I mean, she does what she wants to do. You think to yourself, she's a start. I mean, she's became a director, and that's good. And I know a lot of people are saying, like, oh, she's not big heavy in the Power Ranger fandom. But you gotta think to yourself, some of these cast members do go to these conventions. Like, let me mention, this is a perfect example. Christopher Kamen Lee. He still goes to the conventions, but he doesn't try to represent Power Rangers as much. He tries to represent his comic, which is called West Coast Comics, and he mainly does that. And a lot of people recognize him from Power Rangers, but that's not all he is. He does more than that. He doesn't do. He hasn't done acting in years. He doesn't do acting anymore. He concentrates on doing comic books and everything. So yeah, that's a perfect example. Wouldn't you agree, Derek?
Yeah, if you go to Morphicon and Christopher Kamen Lee is there, he's not going to get disgusted if you refer to him as Andros or something, or if that's where you know him from. I'm sure he'll gladly take a picture and talk about it with you, but he's also there to promote his own shit now. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
And guys, when you call them by their characters, just remember, don't know them by their characters as much. Just some of them can say, "Oh, well, I don't like being known as that person," But it's just you just gotta take that to heart. They're not trying to be mean. They just don't like being known. They just don't want to be called their characters constantly. You know what I mean? Kind of like if you saw if you saw like freaking Daniel Radcliffe. I mean, you think he would like to be called Harry Potter? Like, hey, it's Harry Potter. There he is. He's probably going, oh, great.
I think that dude is branded for life.
I mean, seriously, all these, with these characters, some of them embrace it. Some of them just say, you know what? Yes, I played that character, and I did appreciate it, but you got to remember, I am a normal human being. Just remember that. So that's all they ask. I don't treat them any different. I know Derek probably doesn't. He doesn't call them, oh my God, it's like you don't go up to David Yost and say, oh my God, it's Billy. You know what I mean?
In a setting like a convention, I think they kind of expect some people to. So.
Well, yeah, but at the same time,
I don't think it's gonna cause them to flip over their table, punch you in the face, and leave forever.
Well, no, I don't mean that. But it's like out in public and everything. Like, hey, Billy, what's going on?
Oh no, that would be absurd, and they'd probably hate you forever.
And they'd be looking at you like, really? I mean, come on, guys, just show some. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Amy Jo Johnson is doing her own thing. Christopher K. Lee is doing his thing, and a lot of the actors have still embraced Power Rangers from this day, and they appreciate everything that the fans, they really appreciate all their fans and everything. But you just got to remember that there's a limit, where you can just don't push too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like if you go to Serena Vincent's table, I probably wouldn't say, "Hey, I loved your tits in that movie."
Oh God.
I'm just saying, because I know people like, "Hey, sign this for me, Areola." Like, no, don't do that, you fucking weirdo.
Well, that actually, somebody, I mentioned this before, and I still, from this day, I felt such like an idiot because that didn't affect her because she expected that to happen, Because, and the funny thing is, I should have remembered that she did have she did sign a Not Another Teen Movie VHS box. And I forgot about that. It's those moments that you think, oh God, this is going to be really embarrassing.
Unless she's like, yeah, thanks, I do have a really nice rack. Seems unlikely that's the response you're going to get. So,
and
remember these are people.
Exactly. And, and also, I know I'm still on this topic, we'll be moving on soon, but I want to mention, and things you say to people at these conventions, at panels and everything. One example that I always bring up, and I will stick to my guns on this, asking them the weirdest questions, like Tracy Lynn Cruz. Things like that can affect people. You can ruin it for people if you ask stupid questions like that. She doesn't, have you seen her do any convention ever since then?
Yeah, she's like, hey, let me not go back to that room of lunatics.
Yeah, Power Morphicon was her first ever convention she's ever done. That was her very first one. She never did any other conventions besides that. Now, if that was the reason why she stopped going to conventions, or she had to, she wanted to spend more time with her family, that's fine. But all in all, just as fans, we don't know how to censor ourselves. That's our problem. We need to censor ourselves. Be careful what we say to them. Don't come off creepy or nothing like that. There is a limit to what you say to these people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why they have people that screen their questions. That's like you're going up to somebody and asking them, so which ranger did you? That's like going up to Amy Jo Johnson and say, "Oh my God, you looked great in those spandex." Who did you ever who did you make out behind the scenes with? Like what?
Yeah, keep it short and sweet, you creepers.
Yeah, let's try not to go that far. But let's move on to the next topic because this is getting dragged out a little long. Black Friday was Friday, or in this case, Black Thursday, because everybody seems to want to go out on Thanksgiving Day after they just get done eating.
Yeah, Thanksgiving evening is for napping.
And I mean, also spend time with your family.
Yeah, that too.
If you're really close with your family, that is.
Or if you can stay awake after all the turkey and beer and pie.
And I could tell you about Black Friday on Thursday. My dad and I, we went to see the movie the night before. The Seth Rogen movie, yes. And a lot of people are like, what movie did you see the night before? No, that's the title of the movie. We went to see that, and then at Target, people were already lining up to get into Target. And then the Toys R Us, we took the wrong exit ramp, and we went around, and I saw the Toys R Us. People were almost wrapping around the building on Thursday.
People are batshit crazy.
I don't know why they were doing that, but people are insane. But I'll tell you right now, I did go out on Black Friday, and I did look for my Toys R Us, and they did not have any Dino Supercharged toys whatsoever. They did have, the Terrazord, which I did a review on. You guys can check that out. It's under the notes as well. But some toys from Dino Supercharged have showed up in like Canada, and like Bruno from Mmpr Toys. He just mentioned that there were some in Florida because he was visiting his family for Thanksgiving. And let me show you some of the pictures. If I can get them up here. Or I could just tell you about them because you probably will see them everywhere anyway. So far, we've seen some, the new Zord, the new Megazord, the Plesio Charge Megazord. And also they released the T-Rex Supercharged Morpher. And also they also released the missile launch Morpher, which is basically a Nerf gun. Which I could show you that picture. This is basically what it is. It's basically a Nerf gun. Do you see that?
Exciting.
Yeah. So it's one of those basic toys, Well, I understand it's for kids, It's supposed to be fun for them, but as me, as collecting these kind of things, I wouldn't get that. It's not worth the money. Here's the T-Rex Supercharged Morpher. It's the deluxe, and it does come with the T-Rex Supercharged this T-Rex Supercharger, and the Stego Charger, the Fossil Charger version of it. So those are the two that they come with. And then the Ankylozord was also there. This is pictures from Canada and Toys R Us. So somebody found that, and the Diagnosticus Zord, this guy right here. The Zord that's not even in the show. But to be all honest, I actually like the look of this Zord, but I wouldn't get it because it's not show accurate. What about you, Derek?
No, if it's not on the show, I don't give a rat's ass about it.
Yeah. It looks nice, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's an extra thing. Oh, yes. And the Power Rangers Dino Supercharge Packazord. It's purple! Why is it purple? They could have at least re-released the Packazord in its actual color.
I don't know what color the damn thing's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be like a gray color. This is the Graphite Ranger Zord. And then they had some of the Aqua Rangers Dino Stunt Bike, which is basically, that's not even in the show. So, but it looks cool for what it is. I honestly wouldn't buy it. I only bought the Dino Cycle because that was actually in the show. So yeah. And then they have the other one, the Dino Stunt Bike, and then they had some Chargers there too. A new power pack. The Dino Charge power pack and all that stuff. So yeah, you can find that was found there. And here's the Plesio Charge Megazord. Now I really do need to get that because that looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start my hunt for that bitch.
Oh yeah. And also, if you guys have been looking for the gold Ranger basic battle gear role playing items like the Morpher and the Saber, well, you think that they would release it with the fall line of Dino Charge? No, they released it with the Dino Supercharge line, which kind of confused me because usually the 6th Ranger stuff comes with the fall line. So I was like, what?
Bandai
So,
logic.
yeah, pretty much. But hey, you know what? That's been found. I'm going to get those because, even though they're just the small downscale, better than trying to actually pay for the, oh God, what is it called? The training gear stuff. Yeah, here it is right here. This was on Ranger Crew, so let me pull this up. Yeah, there they are right there. So if you guys ever see those, just pick them up. I'm sure they should be heading to your stores right now. Because it is getting to we're going to be getting into December, and it's going to be the holiday season, so yeah. Keep a lookout for that. And also, Bruno from Mmpr Toys, he found the Dino Super Drive Saber, which is an American exclusive sword for the Power Rangers for Dino Supercharges for next year. And if I can find the picture, it was on his Instagram. Look that up. But yeah, it looks pretty cool of what I've seen of it. Guys, if you don't follow Bruno and Mia on Instagram, look them up. It's under Brew Mia. And here's some of the toys he found. If you see in the center right there, that's the Dino Super Drive Saber, which looks pretty cool.
I can't tell what the hell I'm looking at in that picture.
Yeah, you'd have to look at it on their Instagram or their Facebook page. But yeah, that's been found, and I'm actually wanting to get that because it's going to be in the show. What else? I like when they come out with new stuff, and I like how they come out with the original stuff for the series. So I'm looking forward to getting that. And a lot of people have found the Legacy Blade Blaster, which I haven't had luck finding yet, but I'm going to wait until the price goes down on that. Because that's $79.99. But also, part of the toys and a villain announcement for Dino Supercharge, they announced the official name for Neo Zeltrex, as the fans ourselves have codenamed that named him that. His character's name is Snide. That's who Neo Zeltrex is going to be. His character's name is Snide, and he will be making his debut in Dino Supercharge. And they had the bio on the villain in the back. I'm going to read it off to you. All right, here we go. Snide is a monster in every sense of the word. A big rushed, I don't know that word, and permanent to anger outburst and rampage. He has pure strength and willingness to destroy absolutely everything in his path. He prefers a more direct approach to getting the Energems and attacks the Rangers any chance he gets. So my guess is he probably will be a main villain in the second half of Dino Charge, which is Dino Supercharge, which I'm looking forward to seeing next year. And I'm sure we'll probably get a preview of Dino Supercharge after the season finale of Dino Charge. That's my guess. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yep, there you go, guys. Neo Zeltrex has a name. It's Snide. So now we're going to get into the our Power Rangers Dino Charge episode rate, which is episode 19. And Derek, have you seen it? No.
No!
Surprising. Wait, surprising? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Surprise.
I know. It must come as a huge shock to you, Nate.
Yeah, I'm so shocked that my face has dropped.
For once ever, I'm unprepared.
What a surprise! Yeah, you telling people that Power Rangers the movie's unprepared, motherfucker. What are you doing? You bastard. Hypocrite son of a bitch.
There are too many good TV shows out there. I don't have time for them all.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to
It's
keep
a
up.
very tough life with these first world problems.
It's like, dude, how can you keep up with a lot of shows? It's like, oh, man, I'm watching my show that I've been keeping up with. But then this comes along. It's like, oh, man, why does the show have to be so good? Anyway.
I haven't even finished Jessica Jones yet, so that's top priority.
Dude, I binge watched that, man. I can tell you that right now. I mean, I've finished it like at like 3 something in the morning the next day. I finished the whole season.
I decided that I didn't want to go to bed at 3 a.m. and go to work the next morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. So here's the title of Power Rangers Dino Charge, episode 19, Wishing for a Hero, which is why I called it Wishing on a Purple Energem, because it revolves around Kendall trying to find a Purple Ranger. So I'm not trying to give too much stuff away. In the beginning, you guys seen the clip. Kendall is trying to fake being endangered, about being hit by some sort of construction accident, and these guys. She's trying to find another Purple Ranger since Albert was unbonded from the Energem, from the Purple Energem, and so the guys that save her are just completely wrong. Get one guy that pretty much says, so how about a hero should not go unrewarded, right? So how about a couple of bucks? I mean, can you just say a whole dick move right there? I would have loved to see her smack him. I mean, come on, that's the most dumbest thing I have ever seen. But it was funny because it was it was for the kids. And then and every time she kept trying, finding somebody, and then at the end of this part, you see her get saved by this really muscle-headed guy. And this is what he says. He's like, well, anybody should save somebody as pretty as you. Check out the gun show. I'm like, oh, dear God. Really?
Nice.
Yeah, just help us. But, it was all in good fun. It was funny. And then they introduced a new villain, Heckle, which basically is a alien, an outlaw that can actually, one of Sledge's prisoners. He is the one that's in that danger cell because he's very dangerous, and he I think they wanted to hint that he had some elements from Go Buster, because he had these goggles that look like Enter's goggles from Go Buster. So but this whole thing revolves around the Rangers making wishes, and their wishes don't go so well. Like the wish that Coda made about having a tropical Bronto burger that messed up his stomach, didn't go so well. Chase fell for this skater girl, but that day didn't go so well, and she broke his board. Never break a skater boy's board. That's a big no-no. I don't know. I don't skateboard, but don't do that. And then, whatchamacallit, Ivan wished that he could save a damsel in distress. And what he does is he tells her, like, could you please go clean off the grill? Dude, you just saved a pretty girl, and that's what you got to say. But this episode was really good. I would have to give it a 10. I really liked it, and I'm looking forward to next week's episode. It's going to be the Christmas episode, which we know it's going to be a clip show, but at the same time, it's probably going to have a lot more stuff to it. So, yep, that's my rate. And, yeah, and also I just want to let you guys know, next week, we won't be on Sunday because my birthday is next Sunday. And if you guys want to wish me a happy birthday, feel free, because I always like getting... Or if you want to send me some gift cards... No, I'm just kidding. No, don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. But you can wish me a happy birthday if you want.
Nate accepts gifts of cash and nudity.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Predator Ranger. Yeah, can I borrow your kid? Oh, you got
I'm
yourself
gonna
in
fill
there.
up your inbox with random pictures of internet dongs.
Great. But next we will be having our Christmas episode of LR4 on Saturday. So we will be. I'm thinking about having the episode at 6 o'clock as usual. Derek, will you possibly be there?
Probably, I can drink even more heavily.
Oh dear God. Well, at least you won't have to worry about being on Sunday's episode because I won't be having. We won't be Sunday. So, guys, our Christmas episode will be. The title of it's episode 48, 49. This was episode 48. Episode 49. It's going to be entitled "Have Yourself a Prehistoric Christmas."
We're gonna be festive as fuck.
Yeah, I'll be wearing my Santa Claus hat. So there you go. And
Spiking the eggnog.
dude, you'll be spiking your own eggnog. What are you talking about? not all right. I don't drink eggnog, so no worries here. No worries here. But also, guys, I also want to ask you guys, who do you want us to interview next for LR4? I mean, we've done, Audrey Dubois, David Fielding, Shelby Liu. No, not Shelby, sorry. What's her name? Sabrina Liu, sorry. God, I messed up with that name. Sabrina Liu. She played Scorpina in the second season of Power Rangers. Who else did we interview? Oh, Deborah Phillips. No, wait. No, before Deborah Phillips, we did Christopher Kamen Lee, Deborah Phillips, and Allison Kipperman. So, guys, we've done 7. Wait, am I doing that right? No, 6. 6 interviews from a lot of Power Ranger cast members. So, guys, I would like to know from you, who would you like for us to interview next? Now, just to let you know, it's a possibility we can get these interviews, but due to the fact, they're really busy and, some of them are not available for it. So keep that in mind. But, we just want your suggestions. Like, for instance, I'll ask Derek right now. Derek, who would you like to see us interview next?
David Yost.
Cast member wise. That would be actually a great thing.
That would be amazing.
I would love
if you could get him.
That would be an awesome. I would love to get David Yost on here. But guys, put it in on our Facebook page. I'll even do a video later posting asking who would you like us to interview next for LR4. So anyway, guys, Derek, what would you like to say to end this before we end this?
Once again, I am totally unprepared. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and otherwise, suck it.
Oh, wow. Well, at least he's telling us, right, people? Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to tune in to new episodes of Gotham, Supergirl, and the crossover of Arrow and The Flash, and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then don't forget to catch Power Rangers Dino Charge's Christmas episode next Saturday. And don't forget to tune in to our webcast on Saturday.
Also, Jessica Jones is on Netflix.
Yes, watch that too. Everybody stay more phenomenal. And as Zornon always says, may the power protect you.
Rock on, my nerd friends.